Hey everyone, and welcome to this Calculating Income Tax Monopoly resource. I'm just going to take you quickly through what it looks like to do the flat tax calculation on the Monopoly resource. There's another video that you can check out for the graduated income tax return. So let's do the flat tax one quick, and then we'll take a look at the graduated one in the next video. All right, so when we look at our sheet, we can see that this is a student who's filled it out already. We played the game today. And we've got all of our income, so every time money came in listed, all of our expenses, and then a running balance. This should always match how much cash you have in the game. We're going to do a flat tax calculation at the end of the game, or you could do this at multiple points in the game, just depends on what your class is deciding to do. So we could say maybe after 30 minutes, which would be roughly about here, let's do income tax calculation, then we'll do the next 30 minutes or so on, or you can do the entire game. It doesn't really matter. This student hasn't actually calculated their total net worth either, so this is just based on cash flow. Lots of different ways to play. So you're going to take your income tax filing form, and you're going to fill out your name. The single part is already filled out for you. You can't do any other filing status in this case. Your income, so total amount of income, you're going to add up all of the numbers on the income column together, and that's going to go into box 1 on your form. So I've already done that on the side. That is, in this case, 3249. And these two boxes up here, rounds completed or time, it depends on the game you're playing. If you're playing every time you go around the board and you hit go, then you would say, okay, I did 1 round, so this is income tax based on 1 round of the board, or 2, or 3, or 4. So how often are you doing it? If you want to know how many times you've gone around the board, just look at your income side and see every time you probably put 200 down was a trip around the board. If you're doing time, it could be a time limit. So this was 30 minutes of play or 60. In the case of this student, this was about 70 minutes of play. So we can see like how much income, expense, tax we had in that period of time. Expenses, same idea. Add up all of the numbers in the expense column. I've already done that off screen. So this is 1720. Now, we are doing this based off of profit. So that is the idea of income minus expenses, and what's left over is profit. In real life, that's how a business might operate. For you personally, it would be all based on your income. And then there are deductions that you can do for different types of expenses, or maybe a standard deduction. For the purpose of this activity, we're treating you like a business where you have income expenses and we're taxing your profit. All right, so your profit is just line 1 minus line 2. So I'm going to grab my calculator really quick. I got 3249 minus 1720, so that is 1529. And then the amount I owe in tax is multiply line 3 by 0.10 or 10% and round to the nearest whole number. So that would be $152.90, which the nearest whole number is $153. I sign my tax return, so Phi Educator, and then my date, that goes to your teacher. Then on your sheet, if you're continuing to play, what I want you to do is just kind of put a little shading in so we know that this was a tax time. We have tax of $153, and we're going to put a little label for tax in here. Subtract that, and then we continue play. So I got 1709 minus 153 paid in taxes. So my new balance is 1556, and I'm ready to continue going. So that's how you do flat tax Monopoly. If you have any questions, please shoot me an email, thepieeducator@gmail.com. Thanks so much for playing.